What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a swell day. It is December 23rd, 2022. Santa Claus is right around the corner, but there are some new leaks, and it looks like potentially the RTX 4060 Ti may not be the powerhouse that we were thinking it was previously going to be. So let me jump into the article. We'll take a look at that, and then also we'll talk about at the end of it why I think it might be a mistake. Obviously, these are just rumors and leaks, but a lot of them have actually been accurate in the past. So, the specifications for Nvidia's inevitable RTX 4060 Ti GPU have been posted by one of the more reliable leakers on the internet. And I don't think they make for pretty reading. The critical figure, according to Copite7Kimi, which I don't know if I say that right, but they have been correct on a lot of leaks in the past, is it has 4,352 shaders, otherwise known in NVIDIA as CUDA cores. So by that metric, the new 4060 Ti will have fewer CUDA cores than the old 3060 Ti, which had 4,864 CUDA cores. Of course, the shader counts are not the be-all, end-all. Clock speeds count for a lot, as does the Ada generation increased L2 cache. This chip is likely to be a shade off of 3 GHz, and that rumored 32 megabytes of L2 level would be sporting a 300% upgrade over the 3060 Ti. All that shader hardware is likewise not directly comparable from one generation to the next. So basically, each CUDA core could do more work or is going to be faster. So they don't have to have as many for the 4060 Ti to beat out the 3060 Ti. The only thing that's odd here is every other card that they've released so far, the 4090 and the 4080 and the rumored 4070 Ti, their equivalent counterpart, so the 4090 to the 3090, the 4090 has more CUDA cores. They're better CUDA cores, and it has more. Same with the 4080 compared to the 3080. It has more CUDA cores, and they're the newer generation, better CUDA cores. So it's weird that they would break protocol or break their level of progression down. What I'm thinking might actually be happening here is these details are not for the 4060 Ti, but the actual 4060. But we'll continue onwards. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. The 4090 has 16,000 shaders compared to the 3090's 10,400. And then the 4080 has 9,700 compared to the 3080's 8,700. So both of the 4080 and the 4090 are an upgrade both in CUDA core and generation. Let's see here. So we'd guess something in the range of a 20% performance boost generation on generation, but then we'd also expect a price boost. And again, if the 4080 is anything to go by, the price will go up by more than 20%. So if the 4060 Ti will give you fewer frames per dollar than the 3060 Ti, that would be very sad indeed. And then here's Copite7Kimi's actual leak. 4060 Ti has a very short reference board. The PG190 still uses the CE M5 connector. It's the AD106 die, 8 gigs of 18 gigabit per second GDDR6, so it doesn't have the 6X, 220 watt TDP, and 32 megabytes of L2 cache. So, of course, these are merely rumored specifications. Nothing is official. However, given how Nvidia has so far structured the new 40 series with the gains and value proposition worsening as you move down throughout the product stack, I have the fear. Our one hope here is that reports of a slow RTX 4080 sales might make Nvidia think twice about pricing the new GPU up on the stratosphere. The 3060 Ti has an MSRP of $399, albeit the crypto madness and pandemic made that number somewhat academic, or that made that number not even attainable for a long time. Dare we hope for MSRP to stay the same, but with real-world prices in something like the same ballpark this time? That's what it would take to make the 4060 Ti sing. So we were talking about CUDA cores, and my idea is this is not the 3060 Ti. This is a 4060 Ti leak. This is a 4060 non-Ti. Because if you compare it to a RTX 3060 specs, it has how many CUDA cores? 3,584, and that would put the 4060 Ti at 4,352. So about not a full 1,000 over it, but almost 1,000 over it. And that would seem like a logical progression to me. Now, in the past, TI cards have come out before, TI cards have come out after. There's no rhyme or reason, because some people are like, oh, well, the 3060 Ti has got to come out before the 3060, or sorry, the regular 3060 has got to come out before the 3060 Ti, and that's not the case. Nvidia has definitely broken protocol on that in the past, but it is what it is. We won't know till we know. But yeah, if this bad boy comes out at $399 MSRP and it's faster, I don't really see a problem. Yeah, so it's pretty much how the cookie crumbles. Now, before we get off here, let's go over CoinMarketCap and take a look at the prices. It looks like Bitcoin is under 17,000. We're looking at a $16,847 Bitcoin today. Ethereum's at 1,219. XRP is at 35 cents. Dogecoin's at 7.7 cents. Litecoin's at $65.67. Monero's at $142.35. Ethereum Classic, $16.44. And we'll round it off with a little bit of, what's our last one for today? Zcash, $39.55. So thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you all are going to have a great Christmas. I'm going to be probably absent for a few days, so I'll see y'all in a couple days. But just enjoy it and say hi to Santa for me. Have a good night.